What's good, YouTube? Fight fans all over the world, it's your boy, Real Talk Boxing, back at you again. The WBO has reportedly offered Kell Brook $1.5 million to face the WBO champion at 147 pounds, Terence "Bud" Crawford. Is it worth it? Is it a smart move for Kell Brook? $1.5 million sounds like a lot of money, but this is the era of boxing where it's really not about legacy. It's not about who's the best. It's about who can make the most lunch money. The most lunch money, people. That's what it's all about now, sadly to say. Now, there's a lot of things that you can bring into perspective when talking about this. Is it worth it? Is it not? Is it a risk? Is it not a risk? So I'm going to give you my opinion on it. I like and respect Kell Brook. I took note of Kell Brook. I took notice of Kell Brook when he beat Sean Porter for his IBF crown. That's when I knew this kid was strong and special. Now, he has only 2 losses on his record. 39 wins, 2 losses, 27 knockouts. And his losses came to top opposition. He lost against Errol Spence and Gennady Golovkin. 2 fighters in their weight division who were the boogeyman of their division. He took them both on, did really, really good against Errol Spence early, but Errol Spence turned it on, got him out of there in his backyard. Gennady Golovkin, he had some really, really good spots in Gennady Golovkin. Actually threw out a sort of blueprint on how to possibly beat Triple G, but at the end of the day, he's got his eyes all busted up. He was too small. But I commend him for his bravery, man, and his lack of not even understanding the word fear. So, in my book, Kell Brook's a beast. He's a Don. Okay, when we're talking about Terence "Bud" Crawford, he's arguably the #1 pound-for-pound fighter out there. I don't think so. Do I think he's special? Do I think he's great? Yes. But he has yet to fight the likes of Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. I mean, I don't even think Manny Pacquiao wanted anything to do with Terence Crawford. But, I mean, he hasn't faced fighters of that caliber. I mean, he fought Amir Khan, Victor Postol, but not the top 5, top 3 welterweights. And plus, he fights every 50 years. He has to get more active. I have to see more of Crawford. But is he legit? Yeah, I think he's legit. He has a lot of tools in his arsenal, but he's very, very small compared to Kell Brook. Kell Brook's a big, muscular, thick-framed guy who could easily fight middleweight. Easily. So, let's get into the pros and cons of fighting someone like Terence Crawford. First of all, you're going to have to make 147. Can Kell Brook make 147? He's a big guy. He's a really, really big guy, and he doesn't have a lot of fat to lose. He's muscular, man. Big build. It's his frame. It's his genetic. It's just how it is. Can he make that weight? And if he can, I'm pretty sure if he goes over the weight limit, the stipulations are going to be very, very stern. I can guarantee you that. How many thousands or millions of dollars, can't be more than 1 million, will he get penalized for however many pounds he's overweight? You got to understand that. Put that in perspective. And not only that, if he do make the weight, he'll come in drained. You understand what I'm saying? For $1.5 million, the only pro in this, to me, is the WBO title. But it's a risk against Crawford, who's very crafty. Small, might I add you, but he's very crafty. He wouldn't be stronger than Kell Brook. He might be a little bit faster. But as far as strength, no way. So I don't see Crawford standing in front of Brook trying to throw bombs. That would be completely ignorant. You're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. First of all, we're dealing with the COVID-19. We don't have any gate fee. So $1.5 million will quickly turn into a lot less after all the taxes, and you pay everybody you have to pay. It'll quickly turn into a lot less. So you're going to be left with well less than $1 million. It sucks for everybody all the way around. It sucks for the fighters. It sucks for the fans. What are you supposed to do if you're in Kell Brook's predicament? should you be faced with this situation that he's faced with, possibly faced with. Nothing's written, etched in stone. But it's just, if that's so, Kell Brook, I would see not taking less than $3 million. Well, who has $3 million to pay him? And then pay the champion, the WBO champion, Terence Crawford, more than what they're going to be paying Kell Brook. I mean, Amir Khan he was offered more to fight Crawford than they're offering Kell Brook, but then again, that was before the pandemic. So, I mean, that plays a huge part. I have to say, if I was Kell Brook, I probably wouldn't take the fight. I probably wouldn't take the fight. I mean, it's just it just depends on if Kell needs that money or not. You know what I'm saying? But the WBO knows what they're doing. I mean, all the chips are stacked against Kell Brook, but only one person knows Kell Brook well enough to know if he can pull this off or not, and that's Kell Brook. Like I said, Crawford to me is not the pound for pound best fighter out there yet. He hasn't faced 3 fighters that I want to see him face, but I mean, he stands a chance of beating Kell Brook, but Kell Brook, like I said, he's a monster, but everything is stacked against Kell Brook with this $1.5 million offer that they're trying to give him to fight for the WBO title. I just don't see it feasible for him, man. I really don't. Listen, like I said, the COVID-19, it's jacking everything up for everybody. So, I mean, let's say they scrounge up enough money to pay him $2.5 million, and he takes the fight. He still has to make weight. And I'm pretty sure he's going to have to come over to America to fight, dealing with the jet lag also. Matter of fact, he will have to come to America to fight because Crawford has a title. So, I mean, it'll be a hard road for Kell Brook. Could he pull it off? Maybe, maybe not. But Terence Crawford's a small guy, but he's still nobody to look past. He is skilled. Very, very skilled. But that's really my opinion on it, man. I really don't know what avenue I would take. I would lean more probably not taking a fight until this pandemic is over with, but we don't know if it's going to be over soon or be over ever. You know what I'm saying? So boxing is in a hard place right now. And, as fans, we have to kind of understand these fighters need to get paid a decent amount. But, it's kind of hard to go in and risk, because there would be a crossroads fight for Brook. A lot of people look down on him and frown upon him because he lost twice, but he lost two elite fighters. I don't understand that. Why in boxing, when you take a loss, they beat you up? But in MMA, you can have 10 losses and still be a superstar. That's the question. But, I mean, even if he fought Terence Crawford and he lost, I still wouldn't just frown upon him, man. He's still in there. He's still in the mix. I think he should move up to middleweight. Should he make weight and fight Crawford? If he loses, go up to middleweight. Because if you win, you're going to want to stay at welterweight. You're going to constantly have to kill yourself to make weight. So it's, like I said, he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. So that's my opinion on it. You comment below, let me know what you think. You understand? As always, respect all, friend, and God bless. Real Talk Boxing, we out.